Jonathan Eisen is an evolutionary biologist and professor at UC Davis, and also the head of the phylogenomics program at the Department of Energy Joint Genome Institute. In collaboration with the DOE JGI, Eisen is spearheading a new project to create a genomic encyclopedia of bacteria and archaea, GEBA for short.
The GEBA project is a project to sequence genomes of bacteria and archaea from across the tree of life. So we're sequencing genomes of organisms that are distantly related from any other genomes that have been sequenced. The current genomes that have been sequenced have covered a wide range of biological diversity and functional diversity, but they have not covered a wide range of phylogenetic diversity. So if we want a good sampling of genomes from different types of organisms, there has not yet been a systematic project to do that, and this is the first such project.
The DNA samples for sequencing are being provided by the German Collection of Microorganisms and Cell Cultures, or DSMZ, out of their extensive collection of bacterial and archaeal strains. The first 56 genomes of the GEBA project have been completed and released to the web as freely available data.
The GEBA project, we think, is going to be beneficial for a variety of reasons. One of them is to improve the annotation of microbial genomes. So when you sequence a genome, you try and predict the functions of genes, and this should help us predict the functions of genes in other genomes. In addition, this should help us discover new processes and new functions, because these organisms are so distantly related from anything that has been sequenced that they should have a lot of genes and processes that are completely novel. And then a third reason for doing the GEBA project is it should help us interpret metagenomic data, data where people sequence DNA from environmental samples. It turns out to be very hard to sort out that DNA from the environmental samples. Having this encyclopedia of reference genomes should help us do that sorting.
Eisen says that these genomes could also be a source of novel pathways relevant to bioenergy production, global carbon cycling, and bioremediation.
It's important to realize that bacterial and archaeal diversity is immense. We have just barely scratched the surface of characterizing the bacteria and archaea that are on the planet. And this encyclopedia project is starting at the top, the biggest diversity, the major phylogenetic groups. And we're doing 100 genomes from across the tree, but I would estimate that there are probably 100 million species of bacteria and maybe 10 or 50 million species of archaea. We haven't even gotten close to characterizing the diversity that's present in these organisms.